I've seen everything there is to see in football, and a lot more outside of it. I'm not here to tell tales or to create scandal. I'm here to tell you from inside the game what it is like to be a current top-level footballer, without the restrictions in place were I to reveal myself. I won't be able to upset anyone, as they won't have anyone to blame, so I can truly tell it how it is. These are my words told to you via an actor. I am the secret footballer. As a kid, I played football day and night. I used to take a ball to bed with me so that I could do keepy-uppies as soon as I woke up. Football held the possibility of glory and happiness, and an escape from the mundane life that came with growing up in a small town. When I finally signed for a team for £500 a week, which was a fortune to me, I set about my newfound career with the overriding feeling that they'd let someone in the door who perhaps they shouldn't, an outsider into the inner sanctum. Now that I was in, there was nothing that anybody could do about it. That feeling has never left me. Thankfully, I held my own on the pitch, if not away from it. The banter was completely alien to me. I had no idea what was going on half the time. I'd find myself the victim of a joke among the senior players without even realising it. The crux of this banter is trying to get the victim to say something obvious by asking them an easy question. Apparently that passed for humour. I resented all of these players and made it my mission to outperform them on the pitch. And when I look back to that time, I now realise that my biggest single motivation wasn't money or fame or women. It was an unshakable determination to be the best player. And as long as a player has that level of desire, he will earn a living in the game. He may even win something. Once I moved into the Premier League, there was no hiding place. Not from the fans, not from the officials, and certainly not from the cameras. The contrast between clubs at the top and the bottom of the league system is huge. At the lower league club I played for, we had one kit man and one physio, who treated every injury with ultrasound because that was the only machine he had. Most of my clubs since have included numerous kit men, physios, masseurs and fitness coaches, working at a training ground with at least 5 practice pitches, full-time chefs and designated car parking. Playing Premier League football is a dream come true. The problem, as with all dreams, is that the reality of the situation is completely different, and rarely does it exceed expectations. My personality has become completely inverted as a result of high-profile football, to the point where I rarely go out. If you meet a footballer and he comes across as rude, arrogant, the chances are that he's simply trying not to give anything away. Either that or you've bumped into Ashley Cole. But money can make virtually anything possible, and if going out in Britain is a problem, then there's always a possibility of nipping over to Las Vegas for a few days of debauchery. Over the past few years, Las Vegas has overtaken Marbella as the #1 destination for footballers looking to let their hair down. Out there, even our worst behaviour looks sedate. The first time I went was a true eye-opener. By the end of the week, 8 players had new tattoos, and 1 player took a local girl back to England and married her in a shotgun wedding. When I first had the idea to write columns for a national newspaper under the alias of the secret footballer, it was in part because I wanted to set the record straight on a few things about the game that had penetrated the public consciousness, when perhaps they shouldn't have. There are a lot of column inches to fill these days, and a good amount of what is written is complete nonsense. But once the columns gained momentum, I found them to be my only way out from the chronic depression that I had suffered from for so many years. In truth, this is why I continue to write now. Being a footballer is a much misunderstood profession. 80% of what is written about us players is not true, and it is written by people who have never played the game, at any level. I have experienced almost everything that a footballer can experience in a career that has seen me get to the very top. As the secret footballer, I will tell you exactly what happens in this game of ours, how things really work, and what players are really like on and off the pitch, because after all, nobody has ever done that before. I love playing football. I love being a winner. Despite this, and unlike many of my contemporaries, I know that my career will one day come to an end. And I also know that I will have no problem adjusting to life as a civilian. I'll be able to look back and say that football was something I did for a living, and I will have the medals to prove it. I just hope that football isn't the first thing that my grandkids ask to talk to me about.